Okay, I think I should be live now. Okay, good. So this is just redoing the last stream I just did. The last stream I messed it up. And I had desktop audio playing. I'm worried that they'll, stop me or something. I'm just gonna turn audio to 0 and stop playing music. That was stupid. I think that they block people from viewing this stream if that happens. Okay, I don't want to get my stream taken down. Okay, so what I was doing here was adding values for the previous total. So away prev that. Now we just go away prev total dot append, and we're gonna append away data. What did I call it up here? Total. Away data of total. And then home, same thing, home prev total dot append home data of total. Okay. Now we just need to add those values. Away prev total is away prev total, and home prev total is, big surprise, home prev total. All right, so now we have that. Now we should, we're gonna write our data to each category. Do we add the total for this game? Total df.log df. So that adds those. Where do we add the total? Performance, oh, game total. Okay, we do have game total. All right, now let's run organized data to get the file. Python 3.8 organized data.py. Key error is home. Home score, away score. Not home, away. Home score plus away score. Okay. Now that's going to go through and do a whole thing, and basically what that's going to get us is now we're going to have away previous total and home previous total. Now, don't want to show that. So I did that. Now, ruthless analysis of total data. Ruthless just in the sense that I'm going to look at every possible thing I can. So, possible inputs that could matter is prev game, away previous total, home previous total, away previous performance against total, home previous performance against total, the total for the game, the total swing for the game, so away previous total, home previous total, away previous, so each team's previous total, each team's previous performance against total, the total for this game, and then the total swing. Is there anything? Oh, away, previous, total, swing, home, previous, total, swing, and then the classification output. Okay, then here classification output. Oh yeah, I did want to see, is anyone watching? No, but we're only 5 minutes in, so that's okay. And YouTube thinks I'm doing something weird, so. Alright, so the classification output is total results. Whether it's over or under. Alright, now and we're also going to vary classifier types. I'll get those from here. Nearest neighbors, Gaussian process, decision tree, neural net, naive Bayes, and random forest. Okay, and what else do we want to vary? Oh, decision threshold. Okay. Just gonna color this so it looks nice. And we could see all of the things that we're varying. And then finally, the last one I'm gonna put in is thresholds. Uh, 0.5 to 1 in 0.5 to 0.95, really just 0.9 in. So let's see, there's one. We're not varying the inputs. The first thing, on the first analysis, I'm just going to put every input in. Then there's nothing to vary for classification output. There is classifier types to vary. So it's just these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 classifier types. So if we do 4 values, it'll be 24 runs. Yeah, we could do 48. So 0.5 to 0.9 in increments of 0.05. All right, take the highlighting off now. All right. So these are the things we want to analyze. Total analysis V1 is use all inputs, vary classifier, and we could vary training years, but that I'll leave for a future thing. So we're going to use all inputs, and we're going to vary classifier threshold. Okay. Now, use all inputs. I'm going to change the light setting on this thing. It's annoying me. That's better. Probably it should go down. Alright, so use all inputs and vary classifier threshold is what we want to do. Vary classifier threshold and classifier type. This is giving me a headache. I'm just going to turn this off. It's not good lighting now. But I don't know. No one's watching anyway. So I don't think that'll hurt things. Alright, so and we're also going to train on 2015. Let's train on 2007 to 2015. Test on 2016. Because we don't. Okay, let's just test 2016 to 2017. Then we get 2 test years. We don't want to use all the data. And I just want to start off with data. Lots of things changed in 2018 because that's when betting became legal in the US. So I want to find some strategy with more consistent data, not cross that threshold. I could also use 2018, 19, and 20, but then I'm missing out on, I'm not using as much. So this is just a test. This is what it's using for first go. So let's go. Total analysis 1 is 1. So turn it on. Now if total analysis 1 is equal to true, then we're going to want to get that analysis, which is this analysis. So let's do it. C equals classifier. Valid classifiers, cool. So for classifier in valid classifiers, valid, and then here we could say for threshold in 0.5, 0.55. I'm just going to put these in by hand because there's not many of them. Okay, so for threshold in, okay, just say pass. I want to remember what the results are that we're returning. So test classifier test, turn that on. Now let's run it. Analysis to classifier dot py. That's taking a while. I guess different classifiers take different amounts of time. I don't remember this taking so long. Come on, yo. Alright. So it returned minus 25%. Oh, cool. No, minus 250%. Okay. Now, for threshold in each, so we're gonna print classifier threshold, and then we're gonna do basically this. C equals classifier, and the classifier type is classifier. Then C dot get classifier. Training inputs equal whatever the training inputs we put here. Away prev total. Yeah, that's fine. Away prev total, home prev total. I'm gonna vertically list it so I can see it any easier. So then away prev performance against total, home previous performance against total. We want the total, so game total, I think I called it. We want the total swing. We want the previous total for the away team. And then we want the previous total for the home team. Oops, C classifier should be classifier. Make that small and put it over here so I don't miss any chats. Okay, now we have that. Then get training data. Same thing. Then train classifier. Then get the results. Okay. Now the results are the last thing that's printed, so that's just minus 25%. So okay, so this we're just gonna call thresholds. So for threshold and thresholds, and then up here we're going to define the thresholds. Is equal to that. And then df is equal to, sorry, data. Call this analysis data. And then we're going to say for classifier and valid classifiers, analysis data of classifier is an empty list. Then for threshold and thresholds, we're gonna now let's enumerate thresholds. Do we have to enumerate the thresholds? No. Down here we could just say analysis data of classifier is equal to results. No. Dot append results. And then down here we could just say df analysis df is equal to pd.dataframe, and the data frame is so let's okay, first I'm going to censor out these. I don't want to run everything. Censor that, and then we could just say results equal 1. Now, because before we run everything, I want to make sure that the data frame is set up correctly. Pandas create data frame from a dict. df pd.data pd.df pd.dataframe columns. I just want to know, can you specify index? Pandas data frame. Nice. So index analysis df equals pd.dataframe of analysis data. Index is equal to thresholds. Then analysis df dot to CSV, and I'm just gonna call it total analysis dot CSV. Let's make a folder real quick. Okay, so now this is going to go in total analysis / 1.csv. Now turn on total analysis, turn off this. Okay. That's just going through. I didn't think it would be so slow. But it's just going through each type, and when I actually run it, it's going to be a lot slower. So I'm going to have to find something else to do. But that's okay because I have some more ideas. One of my ideas is using ESPN win probability data that I've scraped. Oh, it might just be NBA win probability data though. How do I see all my repositories? NFL betting data, SIG-GIF, NBA win probabilities. I might just do it for the NBA. What about this? Data. So this is live data. Nice. Yeah, so I do have some data I could start looking at. All win probability data. I don't know if I read this live. Scrape results. So I guess that's the data I have there. Let's see, is this done running? Cool. All right, and then does our data frame look good? Is our next question. Let's open it in Excel. Cool. So that looks good. Now let's delete this just in case. And now we want to run it for each thing. Okay, now print results, and we're gonna hope and pray and cross our fingers that something in there returns positive. And I'm actually going to take this out. Do we want to look every 0.05 or do we want to look every 0.1? Yeah, we kind of feel like we have to look at every 0.05 because before when I did it, you kind of needed a fine-grained difference between the the threshold values. Classification category is equal to total winner. Okay. $162. That's weird. The nearest neighbors classifier is really successful. Already found a successful classifier. Every nearest neighbors classifier is successful. Okay, so that's going to be running for a while. So I'm going to want to look at nearest neighbors. Okay, home prev total, away prev total, home prev performance against total, away prev performance against total, home spread swing, instead of that it's just game total. We probably want to add away spread swing to the data, but that's okay. We could just leave that as is for now. And what we want to find is the total winner. Make sure this is good. Yep. So let's run that. Wow. Wow. So now I'm just gonna highlight the good stuff in green, everything that passes in green. So I want to change this color to something else interesting, magenta. Oh, come on. Cyan, yellow. Yeah, that's good. Yellow's good. Okay, so nearest neighbors. Works. Let's add a slide. For exploring the results from the nearest neighbors classifier. Oh, and the Gaussian process returned positive too. $179, $179, $162. So the results are changing. Test to make sure the results are accurate. This is great. Okay, so pretty soon we should have a total model. Now we can refine the total model, then I can make a video about it. That's great news. Okay, how's the stream doing? Honestly, the PowerPoint thing is so bright it's giving me a headache if no one's watching. Oh, one view. There was a view at some point. Well, thanks for viewing, whoever you were. I've now got a point where the totals were successful. We could see here they're returning positive. Nearest neighbors, Gaussian classifier both return positive for this data. So I'm just going to let this run. I'm going to look at the results, and then we'll have an idea of what's the best classifiers, what's the best threshold values, and then we could really start digging in and testing, and ideally we will, let's see how'd that perform. Okay, so 0.6 return gave the same returns as 0.55. which gave the same returns as 0.5. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna look more into that, and I'm hoping to document a strategy that's as successful as the money line strategy that I have. And here's why it will be good: is if we look here, this is the layout for the strategy. There's several parts to it: data, prediction models, and capital management. For the prediction models, I'm focusing right now on a hands-off model. I'll just call this straight picks. And this is to make a pick before the game begins, just on what's going to happen. Hey, this total's going to hit, this money line, this spread's going to hit. No live betting going on, no nothing of that sort. Just straight picks. So I have a money line model. I need to add a total model. Now this is looking promising, and it looks like we'll be able to get a total model. The question is whether we'll be able to get a spread model. We're making good progress. The first thing I'm focusing on is to turn this green. And once we have good model for straight picks, we can go down here and do the first level of model improvement and validation. And then I could also start focusing on a live betting model and then a swing model. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be working on this project every day until the NFL season starts, and my hope is that we'll be able to have a live betting model, straight picks model, and a swing model, each with spread, money line, and total models. And then each of those submodels will be comprised of various, I'm hoping like a dozen different models to make the pick. Once we have all of these models combined together, I'm also going to have a capital management strategy that I'm going to just build based off of some stock market strategies that people use that are kind of considered state of the art. And then I also need to work on getting more data, some live data, which I discussed in this stream that I already have some here. I need to work on scraping the rest of it. And then also in-depth stats for each team. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you liked it. And if you're interested in this project or NFL betting at all, have a nice day.